Alyssa here. I'm actually guest shooting this video for you because poor Jessie has been dealing with sickness after sickness after sickness. So she asked me to shoot for you guys to talk about how to incentivize your team. So we're in that Pink +3 category, right? So at this point, you're prepping to become a premier. So this is a great time to start practicing and learning how to incentivize your team and not just relying on your upline leaders to do it for you, because you want to build that close bond with them. And remember, filling their buckets is going to fill your bucket and all that stuff. So just a couple of things to keep in mind about team incentives here. First of all, you want to figure out what's in your budget. So what I was taught was to do 10% of what you make on your downline should go back into your downline for incentives. And now, just so you know, let me kind of rewind a little bit. Incentives for your team are not required in any way, shape, or form. You do not have to do it. If you cannot afford to, if that doesn't mesh with your leadership style, whatever, you don't have to incentivize your team. This is just a video to give you guidelines on how to do it if you choose to do that. So back to the budget. You want to put in a little bit because it takes money to make money, right? The people that are underneath you are going to make you money at this level. So 10% of what you make off of your downline, not 10% of what you bring in total, 10% of what you make off of your downline. So if you made $500 off of your downline, that's $50 that you're going to put back. 50, right? Is that right? I'm so bad at math. Regardless, $50 that you're going to put back into them. So it can be $50 in product, $50 in portal tools, $50 in, gifts, whatever. Another thing that's really important for you to do is figure out how you're going to incentivize your team, because this is going to carry through your whole Posh career. So what I personally do is I only send promotion gifts to my front line, and I send them a gift at each promotion, and it's different for each one, and I go up a little bit in price and all that stuff as I go up. And then I do team incentives, which are my team outside of my premieres. So at the Pink +3 level, it's going to be everybody in your downline will be your team, most likely, unless you have something crazy happen. Everybody in your downline will be your team. And then I'll do mini incentives for full company. So that includes everybody in my downline. But I have a very different situation than Pink +3s at this level, so don't confuse yourself. So that's the way that I do it. And what you want to do when you're incentivizing your team is you want to make sure that you're going through, you want to make sure that you are basing your incentives off of your goals for your team that month and the tenets of the pay plan. So we know that we need QFCs to maintain our rank, right? So there's right there, $200, whatever, $500, $1,000, monthly award, team growth, recruiting, anything that you can do, and depending on your goals is kind of how you want to make them. So if I have a month where we're looking pretty slow in recruiting, I'll do a mini incentive where either, you can do get top 5 recruiters in a certain time frame, get a product, or for every recruit you get put into a bucket. When I do my mini incentives, what I do is I come up with a time my brain's not working. I come up with a company volume goal that I want to hit. So then I'll say for every $5,000 that we sell, so we'll put it on a smaller scale, for every $500 that we sell as a team, I'll put a product into the bucket, or a portal tool, or one of each, whatever. And then for every person who hits $500, they get an entry. If they hit $1,000, they get an entry. And then at the end, I draw a product and a name, and they get that product, and it rewards their hard work. So one of the really, really big things that you want to do when you're thinking about incentivizing is rewarding hard work. You certainly don't have to do incentives the way that your upline does them. I know a lot of us will do dollars. So Robin has Daisy dollars, Jessie has Starbucks. that they get entries to earn these dollar amounts, and then once their downlines have a specific, enough collected for a product that they want or a portal item that they want, as long as they have the full amount collected, they can cash them in, and Jesse or Robin will purchase those items for them. So that's a great thing to do too, because if they're getting product, when you buy that product, you're boosting your own PV. So you can use incentives to be able to boost your own PV, as well as validate your team and make them feel important, make them feel like they did everything, and make them feel like they're, wanting to continue and they're being appreciated. So again, you don't need to do incentives, but if you want to, these are just some basic guidelines for you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any of us on any of the team pages or in a private message, because it's really, really easy to spend too much money or too much time on incentives. And you really want to make it so that it's a business boosting practice and not something that you're wasting time or money or both on. So if you have any questions, let us know. Thanks, guys.